Hey guys, this is Gabe Jones, host of Into Final Space, and if you're watching or listening to this, Final Space has officially been announced that it will not be receiving another season. And I think this is heartbreaking for all of us, of course. We all love this show. We've all been around for half a decade now, watching this thing in various fashions and seeing it from pilot to now. I mean, 3 seasons later, it's crazy how we've come this far. But I just want to make this episode off the cuff, unscripted, as a message that Into Final Space will also be ending. This will be the final episode. And it's hard to say, you know. I've had this going for a quarter of a decade. February 2019 was when this thing started, and it's weird to see it end, you know. I've put a lot of work into this, and it's been a hard decision to come to. Olin let me know after we finished Into Final Thoughts. It was tough coming to this decision. I thought about doing another season, but I think it's right for the podcast to end with the show, as it's kind of become one with it, kind of become what I wanted it to be all along. And so to keep myself from not rambling on too much, I want to take a kind of quick history trip back through the podcast, say a few thank yous, and look ahead to what's coming next. So, if you will, sit tight and listen to me ramble on a little bit. I want to tell you about where I came from and how this podcast has changed my life. So like I said, Into Final Space started small back in February 2019. Just about to graduate from high school, and picked up a mic and had recently listened to the Steven Universe podcast and was a big fan. And I really love Final Space. I really love what Olin was doing with animation. Season 2 had just wrapped. And it was really cool. And I was like, I'm gonna do a podcast. And I made a couple of episodes and put it out there, and people hated it. I almost quit. Pretty much off the start. I put it out there and was immediately labeled as a self-promoter. People didn't like the show. They said it didn't sound good, and that hurt a lot. But I said, you know what, I'm doing this because I love it, and I kept the show going. And before long, after I'd shotgun sprayed messages across Instagram DMs to people with anybody with Final Space in their bio, I got a hit. QMA responded to me, and I remember just being so excited. I never thought that would happen. I never thought a crew member would ever respond to me. And not only did she respond to me, she invited me to me interview her and other members of the crew. And so I sat down in that first interview on Skype and was so nervous, and it's hilarious to go back and listen to now, because I just and yeah, I was also, and yeah, I was scared. I was really, really nervous, but we got through it. And after that episode, Into Final Space started to become something. I saw it grow as we hit episodes with Devo, which was amazing to meet him for the first time, and Jam Filled and Shelby Mary, and just all these incredible people that I had looked up to and celebrated for their amazing dedication to Final Space. And then it happened. Got a message from Olin Rogers, someone I had looked up to since middle school. I've been watching his videos since middle school, and was nervous as heck. I remember being in my first year at college and just gathering my mic and throwing it on top of my laptop and trying to find the quietest room in this little basement area that I could to do this interview. So I remember him saying, let's get into Final Space, and use the name of my podcast and something that I'd worked so hard on. I was honored. It's really, really cool. And then we had the season 2 party up in Nashville. It was amazing, kicking off another season of the podcast, and suddenly COVID hit, and we did 23 episodes over that summer, which was amazing. And I got to meet so many of you really cool fans, and I've met so many of you. It's been a lot of fun. And then into Final Thoughts, a full season with Olin. It's mind-blowing. Never thought that would ever happen. But it did, and we did 13 episodes. We met 13 times and did 13 episodes. It's crazy. And yeah, here we are. At the end, unfortunately, I advertised at the end of Into Final Thoughts is, it all comes to an end, and unfortunately, this is it. So, before we end, some thank yous. First of all, to my family, who has continually supported me through all of this. My parents and my sister have been there, been quiet when I needed them to let me use their spaces to record acoustically, and have continually supported me on this journey. So, thank you to them. To every single crew member and cast member that I've had the pleasure and honor of interviewing over these many, many episodes, thank you. It means so much that you took the time out of your day to talk to me and to give insight into Final Space and your journey within it. It gave us insight into your life, your artistic skills, your storytelling, your abilities, and your love and passion for Final Space. So thank you. To every single fan of this show, for the ones who, even though I was hated on in the beginning, the ones who thought this might be a cool idea and who have stuck around, who I have the pleasure of talking to on the internet and interacting with you on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere that you've been. Thank you, especially those 23 fans, every single one of you that joined me for all those episodes, for taking your time to hop on episodes and meet these amazing crew members. Thank you. And finally, Olin. I don't know what to say. Like I said, I've looked up to Olin Rogers since middle school. He's always been an inspiration of mine and continues to be an inspiration of mine. And now I get to call him a friend, which is really, really neat. We've talked a lot about each other's creative goals and aspirations, about thoughts on life and storytelling, and it's truly an honor to not only have been able to pick your brain, but to have you let these amazing fans know exactly how much passion and love and storytelling went into Final Space. Thank you for every single episode you were on, for the entire season of Into Final Thoughts. I know it was a lot, and especially in a time where I know that you were emotionally and mentally drained, still giving time to this fan base and giving insight into your mind and what went into making season 3. Thank you. And now that hard part at the end of the episode, I look forward. We're not going anywhere. I mean, Final Space is a chapter closed, sure. and it's a hard chapter to close. I know a lot of us are really going to miss this show. Obviously, I will. But I'm glad to have had the blessing that was making this podcast. Never got paid for it. Just did it because I love to do it, and I love to see your comments every week of being really excited to see episodes and learn more about the show and learn about the people making it. Yeah, so thank you for that. And as we close out this chapter, thank you for your support on everything else I've done. I will self-promote a little bit here, because I still want to stay connected with you guys. You'll probably find the Into Final Space social accounts going dark soon, as I probably start pulling out of those. I'll still interact with you guys for sure, but if we do interact and we're really good friends, please follow me on my my private accounts, or personal accounts, at Gabriel W. Jones. I really want to stay in contact with this community. You guys are so supportive and so wonderful, and I would not want to lose that for the world. So please follow me at Gabriel W. Jones. I'll be still tweeting and Instagramming from there. As many of you know, and as many of you have supported me on, I'm a screenwriter and a director, with dreams of making his own animated show, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah, with you guys for sure. The unwitting love that you've given on my Project Warlocks of Wrath High has been amazing to see, and I really hope you guys stick around to see what happens with that one. It's going somewhere, I promise. Slowly but surely. And I do other projects too, so maybe Owen and I will do a rewind maybe at some point. It probably won't be on the podcast, but maybe we'll live stream something. Owen and I definitely aren't done working together. You're still going to see us doing some stuff, and I'm really excited to see what happens with that newfound friendship, and with all the newfound friendships with you guys. I love seeing your creativity. This is an amazing fan base with so much creative potential. You guys are so amazing, and I can't wait to see what you guys do next. Feel free to message me anytime. I'm definitely want to see where you guys go. And yeah, keep supporting Olin. He's got some amazing things coming up, and he's learned so much from this show that he's just gonna take and kill whatever he does next. It's gonna be really cool. And I guess this is it. This is the end of Into Final Space. And I guess I can't do my usual outro here, so I'll just say this. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time on whatever comes next. Thanks, guys.